Here's the recap you need on Riri Williams' time in the MCU leading up to IRONHEART. So the one and only time we see Riri is in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Early on in the film, we see an American ship using a vibranium detector to search for vibranium in the middle of the ocean. But things go south when the ship gets attacked by Namor and the people of Talokan, whose civilization sits on a bed of vibranium. Namor and his people have successfully remained hidden from the rest of the world, but now the ability to find their vibranium puts their secret at risk. So shortly after this, Namor finds Queen Ramonda and Shuri and places the blame on them for the world's sudden interest in vibranium. And he promises action against Wakanda unless they can find and bring him the scientist who created the device. So Shuri and Okoye go on a field trip, do some digging, and wind up at MIT, where they discover that the scientist is none other than Riri Williams, who's a student at the university. Turns out she created the detector for the school project, and she was unaware that the government had taken it and used it. Shuri and Okoye warn her about Namor and convince her to come back to Wakanda where they can keep her safe. Riri takes them to her hideout, which gets busted by the CIA. We also learn that Riri has constructed her own Iron Man suit. The trio manages to evade the cops, but they get captured by the Talokan and taken to Namor. While being held captive, Queen Ramonda sends Nakia to rescue them, and she does, but she kills one of the Talokan. And this spurs on Namor to attack Wakanda and kill Queen Ramonda, who in her final moments saves Riri's life. Riri and Shuri work together to help build Riri a new suit and help fight against Talokan, and they also create a synthetic heart-shaped herb which helps Shuri get the powers of the Black Panther. They go to war with Talokan and fight to a truce, and the movie ends with Riri getting to leave Wakanda and go back to MIT. Although Shuri tells her the suit has to stay in Wakanda, so Riri's gonna need to build a new one. And that brings us to the events of IRONHEART, which takes place just 3 days after the events of Wakanda Forever.